Hey, Tom. Yes, it is. Oh, nice. I'll try. Hey guys, John here. Welcome to a special little episode here of Animal Crossing. I say special, but it's because I'm post-commentating this. I recorded a few different clips during times that I couldn't record or wasn't really planning on it, and then I was like, oh, you know what? I'll record a little bit of footage here. Um, and one of the things I wanted to show off was this because it's at night. It's our first exposure to the night because I didn't end up streaming this as soon as I thought I was going to. So I thought I would share a little bit of what we experienced here, and then we did some other random tasks and stuff during the next day. So figured why not make an episode out of it. It was about a decent enough footage, I figured, for that. But yeah, still at this point of me recording this, I have not streamed it yet. And it's mainly just circumstances. The night I was going to stream it, I ended up getting a really bad headache earlier in the day, and it just wouldn't go away. So I didn't want to sort of taint the first stream of this by being out of sorts and not wanting to commit to a decent amount of time or effort or anything. So went without it for a bit, but it did delay when we would stream it. So that's another reason I'm doing this episode, just because, you know, I am getting on the game, I am doing stuff occasionally, catching a few fish or finding some new things, collecting some items, failing to get this lure in front of the fish. Yeah, this just not good, John. Not good. Decided that I should move further up, and of course, that's all it really took. But yeah, I know I said I wasn't going to show like every step of my process in this game because it would be impossible, and I still feel that way. But you know, especially in the beginning stages, I feel like, you know, a lot of this stuff is kind of important to show, like, hey, this is how I got this, and I found this thing here, and this was my, you know, experience with that or whatever. So as we go on, I'll definitely be doing less of that, but cannot carry this because my inventory is just permanently full. um, and it's honestly stuff that I don't necessarily need to be carrying around. We'll get more into that later, but for now I'm like, okay, I'm going to drop off these, and then I'm going to run over here and try to play something down. This game, though, I could very easily play it for, you know, just a short time here and there, or I could play it for hours on end. And I feel like that is that's this game in a nutshell. You can hop in just for a bit and do this or that, or you could actually lose your entire life to it. So, you know, yeah. So I put the fish down because I realized with the snails, you know, they would be in little display things. So that's out of my inventory for now. We got a stacked wood wall. Okay. That's something, I guess. Something we could craft for decorative purposes, I suppose. I was wondering if I could plant those, and then of course I remembered, no, John, you still need a shovel for that. You still need a shovel. And I started thinking about like other things that I could put down or whatever, just to have more space so that I could pick up new things. But it's gonna be one of those things where I shuffle around with maybe one inventory slot open, and I have to keep putting things down and picking things up. It's gonna be that way for a while, probably. I know that at some point you can expand your inventory and also have more like storage space and stuff too. So it'll be nice when we get to that point, for sure. But here I can't help myself because this fish looks a lot bigger, so I thought, you know, maybe we should try to get this one, see if it's something new, something exciting. Come on. Come on. Yeah. So it's usually 3. I think that one before was possibly 2. But yeah, black bass. The most metal of all fish. Wow. So we got that. And I don't know why, but I feel compelled to use the umbrella when it's raining. You know, it just feels right. I still don't know about that shiny stuff. I'm assuming I need a shovel to dig it up, but I keep seeing those and wanting to do something with them, but can't yet. Looking forward to getting a shovel for sure. Let's see here. Yeah, might as well place this over here, I figure, too, because we're going to want to, you know, keep giving Tom the ones that are new and selling the ones that aren't. But I figured for now we'll just do this and we'll handle that all later. It's also not a terrible thing to have them outside. I mean, it's a cluttered mess, but it's kind of neat to to put them on display, at least for a little bit. Also, I realized last time I didn't do it right. I didn't press the right button or something. But yes, you can actually use this to change clothes, assuming you have clothes to change into, which of course I don't. But at least I know this now. I do want to get new clothes. I just don't have any yet. But yeah. So that was that for the nighttime. And I was just looking here to make sure that there was nothing new aside from that, but that's that thing we unlocked. But yeah, now it's time to go to the next day. And Tom has something else to tell us. Indeed. Mm-hmm. Ah. See, I have not been doing that. That's definitely something I need to do. But then I totally forget to do it here, so... yeah, about that. Anyway. It is not raining anymore, so... we will put that away. Got some Nook miles, though. And what was that for? Being an active island resident. How about that? So, there you go. That puts us to 4,400. We're only 600 away from paying off our first debt to Tom, which is pretty exciting. That's another reason that I kind of wanted to record this early stuff, is because, you know, we're quickly getting towards that first big upgrade, so that's exciting. Yeah, kind of just looking over my inventory, trying to decide, like, I mean, I've got some duplicates of things that maybe I could sell, and then maybe some stuff I don't necessarily need in my inventory. And I figure, you know, I could pick up more shells, perhaps, and if they're duplicates, then I could sell those too. And these were giving me a hard time. There we go. So yeah, it's kind of like, you know, figuring out you can get, because I want to keep one of each, and I don't really know why it's important to me, but I kind of wanted to keep one of each shell. So if I get duplicates, though, that allows me to sell those for sure. I'll talk to Renee here. Nice. That's one thing I am not a fan of, is sleeping in quiet. I cannot do it. I have to have some noise, white noise from a fan. I also have a Rain and Thunder mix that I listen to. It's actually on my YouTube channel, if you would like to listen to the same one I listen to. It was a mix that I created from some open source files, and yeah, so if you just searched on my channel for Rain and Thunder, it would come up. Yeah, I have to listen to that kind of stuff where I can't sleep. I mean, a lot of it's because where I live is pretty noisy, but it's also just kind of like trying to drown out my my brain a little bit because I have a hard time shutting down. That's for sure. Hey, Buck. Mm-hmm. Yep. He just loves exercise, doesn't he? Good for you, man. Good for you. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like, I mean, oh hey, my flowers bloomed. Nice. I feel like maybe a lot of you guys can relate to that, but whenever I talk to someone and they're like, oh, I need perfect silence and pitch black dark to sleep, and that's two things I just don't do. A perfectly dark room, like completely dark, I can't do. I don't want it to be bright, mind you, but like I'm used to the little bit of light emanating from my computer, you know, stuff like that. Maybe some moonlight coming through the blinds or whatever. I can't do pitch black, and I can't do perfect silence, so I do worry that someday, should I happen to be ever so lucky and have have someone in my life, I would like to think that they would also prefer not silence, because otherwise it's going to be difficult for them. They're going to have to go the earplugs and the blindfold route if they want darkness and silence. So here I was a little confused about how to split things, and then I figured that out. I was like, so that is how we do it. Grab one and it splits it in two. So, yeah. Not sure. Oh yeah, I was trying to make room so that I could split the other one, but then I actually just didn't. I was like, I'm gonna split that one, and then I don't. But anyway, yeah. If you can relate, let me know in the comments or something. Do you like silence? Do you like darkness to sleep, or are you like me and you like the opposite? It's funny because I can actually, you know, fall asleep, I think, easier sometimes watching TV or something like that. I mean, that would be, you know, lights and talking and sound, and I can fall asleep easier than I would in darkness and silence, which was kind of crazy. But anyway. So I realized I hadn't split that, so I'm going to do that. And then I also, I believe, yeah, I ended up selling some pears too, because I figured, why not? There's a bunch of trees with pears on them again. And yeah, pears sell very nicely. And cannot complain about that. And then I was like, what is this box? Because I realized I had never checked that. And so we find out about the recycle box here, which probably early on is not going to be super important, but there was a couple things in here, which I just ended up taking for some reason. I don't know why, but I did. And yeah. I realized that that machine there, I haven't touched that either, but I don't remember to do that in this, so rip. I'll have to do that later. I decided to go ahead and sell the remainder of the pears because, like I said, they're definitely easy to replenish at this point. So yeah, that's a good deal of money. Can't really complain about that for sure. And then I decided to see what he might have for sale, which tissue box and a smoker. That's super interesting, and all of this was the same. And I did consider getting, oh yeah, I was just checking to make sure these were the same. I did consider getting the watering can, but since I'm not playing anything yet, I decided to hold off on that. Because I have a feeling there's going to be a reason to spin these bells here pretty soon. So I figured let's not buy stuff we don't need just yet, especially if we can end up crafting it. But, so I decided to replenish some of the pears that I had picked up, and then I think I start shaking trees. Oh yeah, but before I shake trees, so, James told me that you can actually catch the hornets with your bug net to stop them from stinging you. It's just very difficult. And so I was actually kind of excited to try to do that. And also press the wrong buttons to pick things up, but we got some bells, you know. So yeah, he did say it was very hard to do. I've also since learned that you can run away. This is not something I knew, but Mikey was telling me that I should run instead of walk, and somehow I did not know that was an option, but hey, that figures, right? I was like, I should probably pick this stuff up. Although it does fill my inventory up, which, well, no, I left an open slot. But anyway, keep trying to get the bees here. And, aha, it happens. So I take a step away, turn, and swipe. And I got extremely lucky that I got it on the first try. I feel like, depending on the angle they're coming at you and depth perception and all that, you could very easily miss. But it worked out, you know? And so that's a thing. Don't worry, I won't forget the nest. Well, I mean, I did forget the nest, but I'll end up seeing it again, so don't worry. So that will be actually the first time we get a nest that we can keep, because typically I've been having to use them immediately for medicine. Here, I'm just kind of getting some weeds out of the way because I want to place, not that, the wasp. And so that gave us some Nook miles because of outdoor decoration, which is something I kind of didn't think about, but that's another good reason for throwing a bunch of junk outside my house, I guess. So now we're only 300 away from that 5,000 mark. And yeah, we got a kettle bathtub from that other thing, so yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. But yeah, either way, I don't know if I'm gonna like purposely go out of my way to get the wasps all the time, but it was worth it, and it'll probably be something I do occasionally. It's just you gotta be, you know, obviously careful with it, but still, we did it, you know, we did it. So now I decided I should collect some wood because I know there was a couple things I wanted to do with that. The recipe stuff, and here I see the nest, so yeah, I'm gonna have to make some space in the old inventory again. But anyway, as for the future though, obviously, as I said, gonna be streaming it one of these days, or one of these nights, I should say, and that's going to open up a lot of things because of just having more time to spend doing things, first of all. But also, oh yeah, then I remembered about hitting the rocks, but of course my inventory is going to be freaking full again, so yeah. I've heard that some people are not lucky with getting stuff from the rock, and I've been pretty lucky. I end up getting, I think, even more iron nuggets at some point here. So I have been pretty lucky with that. I know my buddy Mark was not too lucky with it, but anyway. But also it's going to open up the ability, of course, to do some multiplayer stuff, visit friends' islands, and, you know, friends have wanted to give me stuff and things like that. So that's going to be cool. And I'm also going to be able to do things like get some paintings or whatever, you know, like the custom designs, and have some fun with that at some point here in the future as well, as far as people sharing that kind of stuff with me. And yeah, it's just going to open up a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm still definitely going to do things recorded as well, just because there'll be situations like this one where I was able to get some footage during a time when I couldn't record commentary, but I could record a little bit of gameplay and then maybe come back later and post comment or whatever. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Like I say, we definitely want to be able to utilize day and night. Renee needed a break. Do not blame you. But yeah, so definitely let me know some other things that I should do or look out for or check out or whatever. There's still a lot of things I'm learning, and I'm trying not to like look things up because I want to figure it out, you know, on my own. Yeah, I totally forgot that I had dropped the hardwood over at the house. So I end up running all the way over there and all the way back once I made the space for it. But anyway, yeah, tell me some other early stuff I can look out for, do. I'm sort of just letting things happen as they do, you know, like when Tom tells me something new is around or whatever, there's something new in the shop or I get a new recipe, that kind of thing. But if there's something specific I should be like attempting to do, definitely let me know any tips or pointers you might have on that. And yeah, my inventory is just going to perpetually be a nightmare, isn't it? Just forever. I wanted to see if I could like use this box to put something in, but it's literally just a cardboard box prop that I'm most likely not going to keep unless I can find somewhere to put it, I guess. But for now, it'll just be back there, I guess. I don't even know why I have it, but yeah. And I was thinking maybe I could drop something in here, but I wasn't sure what exactly to do. And I thought, well, maybe I could put the clay, and then I thought, no, I'll drop this Venus comb. And I didn't realize it was going to drop right at my feet. I don't want it right in the way, so I'll move that over. But yeah, so I thought, well, that'll be fine then. I don't think things despawn when you leave them on the ground inside your house. So I'm not sure that they do outside either. I really don't know how that works, but either way, that's gonna pretty much do it, I think. Unless I find something else here. Can't really remember. Did I do some more fishing? Oh wait, no. Yeah, it's because my inventory was still full, and I was like, no. Let's not. So I went looking for another shell, which I then found one that I thought was probably better than some of the more common ones like this that I've seen multiple times already. So I grabbed that, and now we're pretty much at the end of the recording. So yeah, like I said, let me know your thoughts, let me know your ideas, some tips or whatever. Keep an eye out for the streams. They'll be coming soon of this and more episodes. And that's pretty much it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, hammer that like button, share with your friends, subscribe if you're new to join the Wolfpack, and I'll see you guys next time for more Animal Crossing. Bye.